Let's harvest all these nuts. Da-na-na-na. We're gonna harvest all these nuts. Da-na-na. Harvest, harvest. Hey guys, Zylria back again with another episode of Farm Together Tips and Tricks. I'm really excited to bring you this next episode. Pretty much right after we ended the last episode, some things came up and I was like, shoot, we didn't talk about those, but that's okay. They're perfect for this episode. So I'm really excited to get into that. I hope that you guys enjoy this series. I'm hoping to have one of these out at least every week. I'm trying to space out all of the series on my channel and make sure that we get to play all of the games. We have several Grassroots Challenge from the Sims videos going up, but there's so many of those videos that it seems to be working. But at the same time, I also want to start a new Minecraft series, so we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully that's still gonna work out, and we'll just kind of go from there. If you guys have any comments or questions or anything, or if you're like, hey, I'm really stuck on this thing in the game, can you explain it to me on a video, please leave that in the comments below. There's also a Farm Together section on my Discord, so you can join the Discord. The link for that is also down below, and I will add it to the list, or we will try to help you as much as possible. There's a lot of people in my Discord that play this game regularly, know a lot of these answers, and can help you out. So if you're interested in that, please join the Discord. And you can also tweet to me, and my Twitter handle is at Zylria_, so just do that. And let's jump into the game and get started on these tips and tricks. Love ya! Okay, so when we started, we were harvesting all of these peanuts, okay? So as you can see, when we harvest the peanuts, on the side, it says 4 of 60 because that is our quest, okay? So in the last video, I forgot to show you where the quest log is. So if you type L, which it took me forever to figure this out, you see on here that it shows you the quest log, okay? So a new beginning is the quest we have. We're 10% done. It gives you the little storyline on here. So Chloe sent us this quest. Some children at Cherrytown have reached their coming of age, and they've asked me to host over-the-top party celebration, and they need peanuts, okay? So as a reward, we'll get 2 ribbons and 40 XP. It says peanut, and right here it tells you how many peanuts we currently have on our farm, which is 12, and we need 60, okay? So let's harvest all of these peanuts. And as soon as we're done harvesting these, I will show you the next thing that we need to worry about. Okay, so we can't plant any more peanuts right now because it's fall, but we'll be able to plant them as soon as it gets to winter. So we want to get everything harvested on here so that we can plant as many peanuts as possible for winter, okay? So the next thing I would like us to look at is your tab menu, okay? So if you look in the tab menu right here, it says I have 20 of 20 apples and 20 of 20 vegetables, okay? So let me show you what happens when you come over here. So because I'm full on my vegetables, if I harvest this, I get a full message, okay? So it says full. So what that means is that I get the money and the XP from harvesting this, but I'm not getting the actual lettuce to do something with, okay? So how you rectify that is if you go into your buildings, right here, there's a vegetable stand, okay? So it costs 1,000 gold, but it makes it so that we can hold more vegetables. So I'm going to buy one of these, and I'm going to put it right here, okay? So now when I go up to this, let's actually go back into Q and go back in here, okay? So when you sell goods to it, you earn 5 gems, okay? So this is how you're going to get gems in order to buy all of this other stuff, okay? So it takes 20 harvestables, 20 vegetables, to be able to buy something, and in exchange, we'll get 5 gems and 20 XP. So when it has that little box above it, it lets you do stuff to it, okay? So you can click on it, you right-click on it, and it gives you the stuff. So we just earned gems, and we got XP. As you can see, our farm leveled up. And so what that means now is we have all this other stuff that we can buy. So I'm going to buy a fruit stand first because we need it in order to be able to continue on with our farm. It's kind of hard to figure out where you want to put this stuff, okay? So you want to, once you have it down and you have like the shadow, you hit your AWDS keys in order to move your farmer so that your farmer will be positioned to, like, so that your farmer turns, which will turn the object, okay? So on here, you see at the bottom by the fruit stand, it shows you that the apple symbol is full. It's all red. So when I click on this, it is still full. So in 58 seconds, I'll be able to resell them. Okay? So we earn gems from that. And then if you hit tab, now look, we can get up to 40 fruits and up to 60 vegetables. So we're going to keep harvesting all of this lettuce so that we can make plots for our peanuts. So that we can get that quest complete. So as soon as we get the quest complete, in order to get the 2 ribbons, we'll be able to buy a gas pump, which will allow us to use our tractor. Woohoo! Okay, so now we can plant grapes, potatoes, eggplants, and you can see that in here we can also get chickens. We can do fish now. There's all of these new decorations we can do. We have a new fence, and we have this new road. Whoop, whoop. So just like I showed you in the last video, I'm going to hit shift while I move. And we're not going to have time to do it now, but one thing that I would highly recommend is even if you're in the middle of doing something with your farm, you're like, hey, I'm moving this road or I'm doing this with this animals, I highly, 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 highly recommend that every season change, you stop what you're doing and you go harvest all of your trees, okay? If you don't harvest all of your trees in between the season changes, you know, nothing bad happens to your trees, but you miss out on all of that fruit. Because every season change, apples are harvestable. So in the fall, I didn't harvest those apples, and so the apples that I could have gotten in the fall are just gone. So now I can harvest, but they're harvesting for winter. And so I got 1 apple right there, you know, but it's harvesting for winter and not for fall. So I didn't get to harvest twice right now. Whereas normally you can harvest every 17 minutes because every season change. Okay, so now you see that this is no longer full because we don't have enough to cash in. If you look in the queue, it will show you how many you need, okay? So we need 10 apples or 10 fruits in order to cash in on this. On the vegetables, we need 20. And so we're not full on the vegetables. We only have 12. Okay? So after, oh, and this is a well, which has money in it. Okay, so first we're going to plant our peanuts before we run out of time for that. So we just want to plant them because next season, which will be winter, spring, we can't plant peanuts. Peanuts can only be planted in the summer and winter. So we need to get these down as quickly as possible so that we don't run out of time. And we need a lot of peanuts, so we're just going to plant them all. Another thing that I would like to point out is watering speeds up the time for harvesting, but it only speeds it up when they need water. So I can't just stand over a plot and water, and it go faster. But if it needs water, like these plants right now, it will tell you that it needs water. If you look at the time until it's harvestable, which we'll look at right now, 29 minutes, okay? Now when I water it, it switches to 25 minutes. Okay? Okay, so now we're gonna harvest all these carrots, which sometimes I harvest and hoe, which can make it feel a little faster if you harvest then hoe, harvest then hoe. And our XP is going pretty fast. One of the things that I would also like you to pay attention to is that there are several crops in your arsenal that you will only be able to open up if you get other plants to a certain level. And so carrots is not one of them. Peanuts is not one of them. But like lettuce is, the grapes are, and then there's a lot of other stuff that will open up later that's going to be. And so I just want to make sure that you pay attention to that a little bit. As soon as we're done with this, I'll show you how to tell. Okay, so if I hit Q and I go into this menu, you see that there's a lot of like dark stuff in here, okay? So right here is this cabbage, okay? So the cabbage is gonna open up soon. These are like pumpkins, I think. I don't remember what these are. Okay, so if you look at the grapes right here, these are the blue grapes, okay? So now if you go back down to these ones that look like grapes, too, it says that I need my grapes to be level 10 and my actual farm level, my XP level, to be 7 before this will open up, okay? So right now these grapes are at level 1. You can see, oh, you can't see where I'm pointing, but you can see on the actual picture in the corner, it says level 1. So we can actually plant these over here by the other grape friends, because we need to level them up before we'll be able to do green grapes. And you will notice that in the future, there will be a lot of quests that need specific items. Like the current quest needs peanuts. But when we're done with this quest, it might need like apples, and then it might need grapes, and then it might need, you know, a fish and some eggs and some grapes, you know? Okay, so as soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna go and harvest all of our trees. Boop. And look, it says because we did all those carrots, now we can cash in our vegetables, and we got all of that there. So we're gonna go get our apples. Da, 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 da. And having, like, okay, so apples are basically the only fruit that you get for a long time. And so I recommend that if you can, that you plant more apples, apple trees, you know, relatively soon. In my regular farm, I have like a big tree grove back here. Just because in the later times, you need a lot of fruit. And so as your farm progresses, you need a lot of things. And fruit is one of them. So, and I like to kind of separate my trees. It is a good idea to kind of keep your trees separated a little bit. One thing that I would recommend is that with the trees also, that you try to do 3x3 plots. Because your tractor can also harvest your trees. Okay, I'm going to move this tree to like over here. Because it's not an apple tree. And then we'll run across here. Da, 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 da. Why is this just this one grape ready to harvest? Oh, maybe these all need water. There's only one grape ready to harvest. That's weird. They're like, no, we only need one. Okay, so we'll water all of this stuff. Da, 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 da. But yeah, I really love this game. I feel like one of the things that I like best about it is just being able to, I don't know, like hang out with my community a little more. Like I really, really like that. Like just being able to have that extra game that we can play with my community. And the cool thing, oh gosh, we're out of money? Shoot. I wasn't even paying attention. That's terrible. But there's a lot of games out there that are, you know, like Minecraft that you can play together with your community. But there's not a lot of games where, you know, we can go explore my farm. Then we can go over and do, you know, see their thing. And, you know, that I can help them with their stuff, which is really cool. In Minecraft, it's kind of like, oh, well, but you don't know what I want, so how are you going to help me kind of thing. You have to, like, be on voice and be able to explain it to each other and stuff. And this game, you know, like, clearly I can see that this plant needs watered for you. So I'll come and water it. And so that's really nice. Oh, man, I needed some coffee, and I can't farm with one hand. So, let's see. Okay, so we are watering everything here, which is nice. Water, 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 water. I love it when the snowflakes come. I was hoping that we would get some rain in this episode, so that you guys could see how the weather works. I don't think that anything else is going to be harvestable before we'll be able to, we'll have to stop this video, but let's just get everything watered. And then we'll, like, look into the menus a little bit and talk about some things there. Water, 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 water. Oh, don't water that twice. I've never noticed the, like, watering can changing colors, so I think that it's kind of like just the color it is. Okay, so let's hit Q and just talk about a couple of things, okay? So obviously in here we've got animals, we got fish. These are not things that I would highly recommend that you buy right away. Animals are really cute and all, but one of the reasons that I would recommend that you don't is just because the layout of your farm is going to change so much as you get bigger. And harvestables are a better way to make money in the beginning because animals cost money. Fish are not so bad, and I think that you get a fish quest kind of early. So, you know, I mean, the fish are not that bad, but the animals actually cost you money because you have to feed them before they give you money, and it's kind of a hassle. These flowers I tend to use more decoratively than since they changed them, because they used to just be on a, you know, like a plot, like a growing plot, just like all the harvestables. But now they're different. They're kind of in this decorative, you know, thing, and they look really nice as, like, you know, just along your roads and stuff like that. And in here is, so obviously you can see the gas tank right here. We can't buy it until we have 2 ribbons, and we'll get 2 ribbons from our first quest. You can get as many wells as you want to on your farm. In the very beginning, I would recommend that you save up your gems a little bit. Later on, I mean, you could buy 600 wells and it would be fine because you get gems really quickly as long as you as long as you're playing right. Let's see. And in here, these are all the decorative items, which are cute. This is a little outhouse, which is cute. You can't actually use it, but it's adorable. And obviously all of this stuff costs gems. There's a couple of things on here that cost ribbons. These are from an Easter quest, so not all of you guys are going to have that. And the fences cost gems. And then the roads, of course, cost gems. This one costs grass, and it makes it so that you can, like, change the look of grass in certain areas, which is cool. And I think that these signs, you can change what they look like. So you can put up a sign. I'll just put one of these up. And then you can, like, say what it is in here. Hey! Oh, look! Image came by! Hi, Image! So Image is one, like, she comments on my videos all the time, but she's one of the mods in my Twitch stream. And she's like, what are you doing right now? Well, I'm filming. But yeah, so this is the sign that you can put here. Obviously, as you progress, there's going to be more pictures in here. But this is a really cute way to, like, just say, hey, right here is where my peanuts go, you know? Okay, I'll get out. See you later, buddy. Bye, Image! You'll see this video and you'll see yourself in it. And you're going to be like, hey. But yeah, so as you can see, like, your friends can come over and they can come into your farm. And if she wanted to stay here, she could help us water. But we don't have a tractor, so she's like, no, thank you. I don't really want to water by hand in your farm, so I'm gonna peace out. Okay, so now that we've watered our peanuts twice, they're gonna take about 12 more minutes to harvest. So in the next episode, we'll be able to complete the quest, and I'll be able to show you guys the tractor and how the gas pump works and all of that. So thank you guys so much for being in this video and watching this. I appreciate so much your guys' support. I can't thank you enough. Hopefully you'll enjoy this series. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. I'm sure that as we progress, more and more our friends will be joining, popping into our farm, checking things out, coming in and being like, excuse me, what are you doing? But I love you guys, 2 bits and pieces, and I hope that you are enjoying this video. And if you have any comments, questions, things that you want me to talk about, please let me know. I think that this is a really great game for me to just be able to not only give you tips and tricks, but just it's so relaxed that I can kind of talk to you about my life and like what's happening and all of that kind of stuff. So that's really exciting. I'm excited to be able to do that with you. But I love you guys to pieces, and I'll check you later. Bye-bye.